Christmas, you bastards. Who are also magnificent. If you're watching this, it's because you're looking for an escape right now on Christmas Day. So you're welcome. And me too, by the way. Luckily, I'm in Texas, and I'm shooting this ahead of time, but according to projections, Christmas Day for us is going to be 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll be on the deck of my parents' house smoking a cigar and drinking whiskey by the time you watch this video. But I'm kind of excited about it. It's the end. The end of the third year of this tradition. The end of the anniversary of the Whiskey Vault channel starting ever. And you guys, you've made this an amazing adventure. And changed mine and Rex's life forever. And I mean that. Like our whole trajectory of our business and intentions and plans was completely altered by you. And we appreciate it. It's chaos sometimes, a little terrifying, often exhausting, but hot damn, you magnificent bastards. You're worth every fucking second. So we're going to do the final on this calendar, Secret Spirits calendar. Thank you to Jonathan and Cindy for taking us on this journey. They sent me this calendar as a gift. They asked nothing in return other than let us use it for these episodes. And it's all Scotch whiskey. They happened to really love Speyside, which, you know, was a little bit of a mild disappointment on my part for a little while, but I've gotten used to it. But thank you guys, and check them out. They've got back catalog if you want to learn about things they've done before. They'll probably do this again next year. Secretspirits.com. And we're going to finish with Glen Grant, which I am actually looking forward to. It is a Speyside distillery. Shocking, I know. But this is a 30-year-old Glen Grant. Son of a bitch. 30-year-old Glen Grant. I was 10 years old when this went into a barrel. And this is sherry butt. And now Glen Grant, I have a soft spot for Glen Grant. And in our area, there's only one bottle you can get of Glen Grant, and I'm looking for it. Here it is. This is about the only bottle that you can find of Glen Grant in our area. It's the Glen Grant 10. And I liked it. I bought it because I'd never heard of it, and I dug it. And then I did some research and discovered that Glen Grant is a part of the company involved in, originally involved in Longmorn, which, as you know, is one of my favorite whiskeys. Now they're owned by Campari, if I'm not mistaken, dating to 2005, and they're one of the best-selling single malts in Spain. Now, right now on the nose, all I'm getting is heavy Speyside, rich, sweet perfume. I'm not finding, there's a little bit of an oak note back behind it, like sawdust almost. It smells like dried wood, not damp wood. Dry wood behind honey, fruit, pear. It's interesting. It doesn't scream complexity. Oh, okay. That's new. No, but it ends in honey. It ends in honey on buttered bread honey, like yeasty honey. But it starts with something else. There's a peppery, slightly bitter bite to the sides of the tongue as you spread it across and swallow. But by the time you've swallowed it and it's gone, your aftertaste is of slightly bittered honey. And when you go back to the nose, it's not changed at all. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this one. See what happens. Yeah, it simplified it. So I'm going to end this episode with something vaguely sacrilegious. I've been to a lot of tastings in my life, as you can imagine, right? Brand reps, bar owners, other sommeliers, people we've graduated, wine sommeliers, friends I know, tastings talking about whiskey, talking about things, right? And what I find over and over and over is that even though I'm the nerd and I love all of the really heavy analysis of, what's in here, what are the flavor profiles, what are the tasting notes, I like to do that for myself, but it's very self-indulgent. When I go out to attend someone else giving a tasting, even knowing what I know, and even being as nerdy as I am, I still vastly prefer the host that tells me stories and funny jokes and is entertaining to hang out with way more than giving a shit about what he thinks flavor profiles are in that whiskey. And it's a lesson that I've not quite assimilated. I still want to talk about flavors and things. And I still feel like I'm talking to other flavor nerds. When in reality, even the flavor nerds like me, when they're hanging out, really just want to hear a good story because that's the human condition. I'm not going to stop giving flavor notes on the show, but I just want to let you know I love the stories, and I am going to start trying to focus more on story than on tasting notes. Now, we will give tasting notes on the show, and you guys are here partially for that, but really, we're a community. We're a kick-ass community, and you guys are creating your own stories inside of the whiskey community itself. And I think as we grow and as we get to do interesting things together, our stories are only going to get more interesting. And I would love to tell more of those stories and less of the just pure whiskey review. Now we are, and Rex will save us from that. We are always going to give tasting notes, but we are all a part of a story. It's a human story. Human nature craves stories. And you guys are now a part of our story. We're a part of your story. That's something that will not go away. If this vanished tomorrow, still our stories will have impacted the trajectory of all of our lives. And that is a truly magical thing. And on this day, Christmas Day 2018, I am really looking forward to the story of 2019. And I'm grateful to be on that journey with you. It's going to be glorious. Until tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side of legal, and may you return before we have time to miss you. Cheers.